Jeffrey Epstein he had bugs and cameras in his homes around this country and the Virgin Islands, etc. And he was collecting compromat, blackmail of various natures on these powerful people.
Are the dark secrets of America's elite being shielded by misdirection and spectacle? My name is James Lee, and you're watching Beyond the Headline.
So I'm going through it, and I kept saying, there has to be more, there has to be more. I'm assured that's it. Cash, ask the same questions. Assured there's no more. I found out, this week that a source told me New York, SDNY, they're sitting on thousands of pages of documents.
There has to be more. There has to be more. Of course there has to be more. Everything that you sent out was the exact same documents that they had in Ghislaine Maxwell's trial. It took us 5 minutes to realize that. You said for 4 days that you had these documents on your desk. We're not doing this. We are not doing this again. This is 2016 shit, 2017, 2020 shit. We're not dancing around. This is not what we wanted. It starts with me, well, this is what you voted. This is not what I voted for. I voted for closed borders and cheaper groceries. We got our closed borders. Cheaper groceries are coming. My eggs have dropped $4 since Donald Trump has been president. My gas has dropped over $1. That's what I voted for. This, I don't know what's going on with this. Y'all are starting to make me start believing Ian Carroll. Because furthermore, you didn't address the elephant in the room when it came to this situation.
Yes, are these people hiding something, or what exactly is going on? People are furious. For the past 2 days, I didn't want to report on this, but what I see today is totally different. If you realize when this issue happened at the Oval Office with Zelensky, this issue of Epstein list cooled down. Nobody was talking about it. I wake up today and realized all my feed is full with informations. Partaking to this, it is important. We take an exclusive look. I will show you the interview she had today so you can see exactly what is going on. If you love what I'm doing here, you can share the video and subscribe if you haven't, and please check if your notification is on.
Lawyer, welcome to the program, Madam Attorney General. I want to get into this Epstein thing a little bit. I think the American people are very curious about who's on this list or these lists. You have been doggedly trying to get all the information, and now we learn, thanks to you, that you've been stonewalled by people in New York. Do you want to explain that?
Yes, Mark. So as you know, we released about 120 pages of documents, and I started asking for these documents right when I came into office and before Kash Patel was in there. So I ended up getting about 120 pages. We carefully redacted them, of course, to be sure the 254 young girls, women who are, their personal information was redacted and out of there to protect them. So I'm going through it and I kept saying, there has to be more.
So let me get this right, Pam Bondi. You're going to fire a treasonous traitor that's inside the DOJ or the FBI? You're going to fire them? How are you, working in the DOJ, going to fire somebody in the FBI, number one? Number two, fire these criminals are protecting and interfering with an ongoing investigation into the most prolific. And you're telling me that there's somebody at the FBI or the DOJ that's somehow interfering in this investigation and you're going to fire them? And we're supposed to go, yay, Pam Bondi, you did it. You fired them. Way to go. Go get them, Pam Bondi. That'll teach the next one a lesson. You were the Attorney General of Florida when Jeffrey Epstein was arrested for the second time.
More.
Yes, I have seen people who love Trump to a level I can't even tell, going off on this lady like never before. Like I said on one of my videos, it is too early for people to start going off on her. Laura Loomer is one. She actually even blocked Laura Loomer recently on X simply because she has gone to a level. She's now going after her. I saw a tweet she put out recently like, oh, Pam Bondi is working with Qatar. She was receiving this amount of money from Qatar. Things like this. I don't get it. It's like they have a personal problem or she is struggling to put her to be accountable or what exactly is going on. What I realized with Laura Loomer is that they didn't invite her during that influencer meeting when they wanted to collect these files. She was furious. She was not happy with that. If you've been following that lady, you realize she has been behind Trump for a very long time. Any person who struggle to go against Trump, Laura Luma will come after you. That is what I've seen in the past.
Trump is the most transparent president in our nation's history. So not only will America get the full Epstein files, they will get JFK, they will get Martin Luther King.
Well, that's fantastic, but I assume the Southern District of New York is or has been holding on to this information for a reason. That is, they don't like the names on the list. And, of course, we know New York is a hotbed of the Democrat Party, and that includes in legal circles. Do you think that's part of the issue here, that they're trying to protect a lot of names and individuals?
You know, Mark, I have not reviewed the information yet. And as a lawyer, as a prosecutor, I want to review everything before I make a firm conclusion. But I think it's very interesting that they withheld that from us. And I will find out who withheld it, and they will not be working for us anymore.
So once all that's gathered, you're just going to put it out in the public with the obvious necessary redactions, including the people who were the victims and the phone numbers and so forth. But for the perpetrators, I assume that we'll see those names, yes?
Well, certainly. There's nothing can be withheld on that. Of course, as you know, grand jury information, anything confidential will be withheld under the law. And we're going to do everything in our power to protect the victims so they're not further victimized also. You know, the first thing I did was fire the Jack Smith team. That was the ultimate weaponization of our country and our government.
Don't you get a little frustrated, or worse, I would, reading these stories about how
A Saturday night. You waited until you Saturday and then went on Mark 11, 8 a.m. Thursday morning, or Friday morning, or whatever it was, and we still didn't have anything. You're strongly
Of course, you've seen the very strong letter.
Very strong letter that apparently hasn't done a goddamn thing since you wrote it. We need to talk about that. She's playing 3D chess, and no, that's 2016 shit. That's even 2020 shit. Like, we're not doing that anymore. I want answers. I want answers right now. Is this a holy state thing? Is this why we're not releasing the names? Okay, was Epstein a holy state asset, a holy state spy? Like, you got me. You got me wondering now. Are you protecting some of them? Like, is the holy state still in charge to some capacity? Like, are we still working on that? Because I just read where we sent them billions of more dollars. You saw the backlash on the internet. I know you did. I know you had to. And to come out here with this big old non-answer on a Saturday night on Mark 11, that's just garbage. That's garbage, and that's not what we want. And you know it. You know it. Everybody knows it.
It's like this Pam Bondi is not understanding why people are angry. She first came out like, oh, if you look at that files, stir up people's mind. They were furious. They were now waiting. When it came out, everybody was like, we already know everything here. Nothing new. Along the way now, she needed to cover up. She needed to make people to understand what exactly is going on. If she never did that interview to stir up people's mind about this list, I'll tell you the truth, you will not get the backlash she's receiving now. This is the fourth interview I'm watching. She's struggling to pass a message for people to understand, and nobody's even getting it. Everybody believe that they are hiding something. Some say, is this guy an Israel spy? That is what I've seen everywhere on social media. I don't want to conclude about this whole thing. I'm waiting to still observe, though the belief that the situation will come now, it will never come now. For how many years we have been talking about this? And then you want to tell me now Trump is in power, it will calm down. A lot of people will continue to be furious until this is out.
Was that what's taking so long with this Epstein Files?
Yeah, what's up with that?
What is up with that? It was like,
Yeah.
it's like Lucy and the football with Charlie Brown when she always pulls that football away. It's the same thing. It's like they keep telling us they're going to release it day one. Oh.
Yes, I believe you've seen the questions people are raising about this lady. This is just 1 month. She has not been there for up to even a month. But it really bothers me a lot. Like, at this time, should we be doing this? It came out, she said they are hiding files from her. Yeah, that is what we know. along the way people are saying it's like she is the one hiding this information. That is just what I'm struggling to see. She said today during this interview, like, if they discovers that this particular person is hiding this information, the person will be fired. A lot will happen to that person, but people are still not buying that. What is going on? Thank you guys who has been there sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly. See you on my next clip. If you see a video after, that is just for algorithm.
All right, so, but what else is going on?
Yeah, these are real enemies.
Everyone who works for him.
We want the bureaucrats to be traumatically affected. We want, when they wake up in the morning, we want them to not want to go to work.
You said last week that you have the Epstein Files on your desk. When can we see them, and what's taking so long to release them?
I do. Jesse, there are well over, this will make you sick, 200 victims. It logs a lot of names.
What?
Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. The Hollywood foreign press are all very, very... So, fifth time. So...
You're looking... History, remember it.
Country about James.
Yeah, we were.
And then I think all our tax dollars probably went for Gavin's hair gel. I don't know.
Jim Jordan.
Josh Green, the governor.
Was
A lot of
The Democratic Party has about everything.
Complete and utter mess. We don't gain anything by acting like bullies. And this is what bullies do.
I think there's no question. Well, Nicole
McFall, it's really nice of you to make time to be here with us.
The president was talking about.
After watching the Zelensky.
when I read Wired, the book written by